Greetings people, I am Lucifer Seraph and this is Fallout New Vegas. My new LP. I've been wanting to do this for many months now and I'm finally getting around to doing it. So, yeah. Let's go. New game. We'll start a new game. Well, yeah, dipshit. Ah, the night sky. Looks so nice on that poster. Looks quite nice in real life as well. New Vegas Strip. Never been to New Vegas. New Vegas. Never been to Vegas even. Pretty sure it doesn't have a barbed wire fence around it. All snipers that execute epic bullet time maneuvers. With surgical accuracy. Nasty. Nice view of the Roman legionaries. Don't ask. Sinister goings on now going on.
War. War never changes.
It's not supposed to.
When atomic fire consumed the Earth, those who survived did so in great underground vaults. When they opened, their inhabitants set out across the ruins of the old world to build new societies, establishing villages, forming tribes. As decades passed, what had been the American Southwest united beneath the flag of the new California Republic, dedicated to old world values of democracy and the rule of law. As the Republic grew, so did its needs. Scouts spread east, seeking territory and wealth in the dry and merciless expanse of the Mojave Desert. They returned with tales of a city untouched by the warheads that had scorched the rest of the world, and a great wall spanning the Colorado River.
The
The NCR mobilized its army and sent it east to occupy Hoover Dam and restore it to working condition. But across the Colorado, another society had arisen under a different flag. A vast army of slaves forged from the conquest of 86 tribes, Caesar's Legion. 4 years have passed since the Republic held the dam, just barely, against the Legion's onslaught. The Legion did not retreat. Across the river, it gathers strength. Campfires burn, training drums beat. Through it all, the New Vegas Strip has stayed open for business, under the control of its mysterious overseer, Mr. House, and his army of rehabilitated tribals and police robots. You are a courier,
what?
Hired by the Mojave Express to deliver a package to the New Vegas Strip. What seemed like a simple delivery job has taken a turn for the worse.
You got what you were after, so pay up.
You're crying in the rain, Pally.
Guess who's waking up over here?
Hello? Could you untie me,
Time
please?
to cash out.
Will you get it over with?
Maybe cons kill people without looking them in the face. But I ain't a fink. Dig?
You dig?
You've made your last delivery, kid.
I get paid
Sorry
now?
you got twisted up in this scene. From where you're kneeling must seem like an 18-carat run of bad luck.
You have no idea.
Truth is, the game was rigged from the start.
I'll be back for you. New Vegas, you start off by getting shot in the face. And then you get assaulted by loading screens. The light. Tribal packs. Yeah. All this shit gets automatically added to you as soon as you download downloadable content. This is a full pack. It's got all the downloadable crap and all the extra missions straight from Steam. So be prepared to see this quite a lot during the opening sequence. I have the tribal pack, yay for me. I also have the mercenary pack, get on with it. Yes, we get the idea.
You're awake.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
How about that? Whoa, easy there, easy.
Can't see shit.
You've been out cold a couple of days now. Why don't you just relax a second? Get your bearings. Let's see what the damage is. How about your name? Can you tell me your name?
Of course I can. It sure as hell isn't Courier. Thank you.
I can't say it's what I'd have picked for you, but if that's your name, that's your name.
Screw
I'm
you
Doc
too, pal.
Mitchell. Welcome to Good Springs.
Hello, Mr.
Now,
Mitchell.
I hope you don't mind, but I had to go rooting around there in your noggin to pull all the bits of lead out. I take pride in my needlework, but you'd better tell me if I left anything out of place.
Like what?
How'd I do?
Yes, say hello to the character creation screen, as is the norm with Fallout games, or at least the Fallout games I've played, meaning this one and Fallout 3. All of your facial choices... All of your facial choices, your facial choices even, are, well, ugly as sin to start with. Can't really complain about that. Male or female, and you don't really look that much better either way. But yes, I am male, just in case you didn't quite work that one out. Am I African American? No. Am I Asian? No. I think that looks vaguely human. I am Caucasian, but the Hispanic guy looks the best so far. So bear with me while I create something that at least I can call my own. Okay, I'd say this is a fairly realistic representation of something that looks absolutely fuck all like me. So yeah, we'll go with that. Done. Are you sure you want this to be your character? Please?
Well, I got most of it right anyway. Stuff that mattered. Okay. No sense keeping you in bed anymore. Let's see if we can get you on your feet.
Semi-pissed blurry vision.
Good. Why don't you walk down to the end of the room? Over by that vigor tester machine there.
Why don't you get out my
Take it
face?
slow now. It ain't a race.
Use W, A, S, and D to move around. Yep, fair enough. Pretty standard crap. Mine. Right, what else can I nick? Today's physician and a pair of reading glasses. Thank you. Broken semi-automatic, no thanks. I'll have some sarsaparilla, if you don't mind. I'm not going to take the empty bottles because they're worthless as far as I know. Yes, I will be playing...
So far.
Shut up. I will be playing the Scavenger, Stimpack,
We'll
Anti-Venom.
learn right quick if you get back all your faculties.
Drained Energy Cell, and a Laser Pistol. Hey. Yes, I'm going to rob you blind, my friend, and you are not going to do a damn thing about it. Because this is a scripted event, and you cannot do anything.
We can chat later. The sooner you finish these tests, the sooner you can get out of here.
Yes, as is the tradition with Bethesda's open world RPGs, you get to spend the first 10 minutes pissing around with all this crap. Strength affects melee unarmed infantry weight, damage, weapon effectiveness. Perception, explosives, lockpick, energy weapons, accuracy, compass range. Right. Endurance, unarmed, health, resistance and survival. Charisma, barter, speech, companion and nerve. Intelligence, science, repair, medicine, skill points, and agility and luck. I'm pretty sure anyone who's played an RPG will know how this works. So, what can I do? What can I do? What indeed can I do? I have no idea what I'm going to do. I know for a fact I'm going to have a crap ton of stuff to carry around with me, so I'm going to put one into strength. I'm also going to be heavily using energy weapons, so couple in there. Endurance, not exactly essential, I'm afraid. Or at least not the way I play. Charisma, oh yeah, thank you very much. A cheeky salesman or a diplomat. Let's see what else I've got. Science, I think I'll put the rest into that, because science, repair and medicine. 3 things that always essential. Agility, guns, sneak, speed, action point regeneration. Well, not exactly essential in my books. And luck, all skills, critical hits and enemy mishaps. So I've got 1 point left and I'm going to shove it into charisma. Yay.
Yeah, that's a pretty standard score there, but after what you've been through, I'd say that's great news. Well, we know your vitals are good, but that don't mean them bullets didn't leave you nuttered and a bighorn and dropping. What do you say you take a seat in my couch and we go through a couple of questions? See if your dogs are still barking.
Why don't you take a seat over here? Why am I in my pants? Why am I... Dude, clothes.
All right. I'm gonna say a word. I want you to say the first thing that comes to mind. Dog.
Yes. We had this crap in Fallout 3 with the goat test. Basically, this is the game trying to figure out what I want to be. And regardless of what you actually pick, it makes absolutely no... It has absolutely no impact on your final score because you get to edit that yourself. So yeah, the compulsion to vote with this guy is just too much to pass up. So dog, dinner.
House.
House. Shelter, burglarize, renovate, target, investment, demolish.
Night.
Night, campfire, dream, shroud, sleep, treasure, silencer.
Bandit.
Bribe, crush, kill, destroy, swag. Stab, Swiss cheese, vaporize. Reasonable, vaporize.
Light.
Light, dark, heavy, beam, flash, inspiration, torch, beam. Yeah, beam, why not?
Mother.
Mother, caretaker, jeans, cookie jar, tantrum, tattle, regret, human shield.
Sometimes when you give tests like this, you learn more than you was hoping for, and I reckon that ain't always the best thing. But I guess maybe it explains a thing or two about your predicament. Okay, now I got a few statements. I want you to tell me how much they sound like something you'd say. First one, conflict just ain't in my nature.
And by using the powers of the ether, he can summon, I don't know, He can summon images to float behind him. Dr. Mitchell, the man of... I don't know what the hell to call this. But anyway, conflict just ain't in my nature. No.
I ain't given to relying on others for support.
Again, not exactly essential. Doesn't really matter what you answer here, and I've got cramp in my leg. That's not exactly relevant, but do I rely on other people? I'll go for agree.
I'm always fixin' to be the center of attention.
Of course.
I'm slow to embrace new ideas.
Like fire and the wheel? Strongly disagree.
I charge in to deal with my problems head on.
I have weapons. I intend to use them.
Almost done here. What do you say you have a look at this? Tell me what you see.
I see a Rorschach test designed to predict how I want to play the game. Not going to work. Anyway, what do I see? I see a broken chain, a chemical reaction, a shadow in a door frame, an oozing wound, or an angry two-headed ant. An angry two-headed ant. Yes, I see an angry two-headed ant in this mass of brown and black.
Okay. How about this one?
It's too embarrassing to say what it looks like. A ship at sea. It's some piece of space-age technology. I see a priceless work of art. I'm too embarrassed to say what it looks like now. It looks like some kind of ray gun.
Last one.
A light in the darkness. A bearded man. Mushroom cloud. A head on a pillow. Nuke the fuckers!
Well, that's all she wrote. I don't have nothing to compare it to, so maybe you'd better just have a look at the results. See if it all seems right to you.
Yeah, so basically, I just put you through that test. I've no idea what the fuck the results mean. Work it out yourself. Yeah. So explosives can get bollocked for all I care. I don't use explosives unless, well, I don't use explosives, simple as. I'm going to put the rest into speech. Do I want speech? No, I think I'll put it in science or repair. Science or repair. For the time being, I'll go for repair. I'll take that thing off speech and throw it into science as well. No. Medicine. Done.
Before I turn you loose, I need one more thing from you. I got a form for you to fill out so I can get a sense of your medical history. Just a formality. Ain't like I expect to find you got a family history of getting shot in the head.
You'd be surprised. Okay, choose 2 or more traits. Or none. Well, if you don't choose any, you're just making life harder for yourself. So what can I have? Built to destroy. The flamer that burns twice as bright burns half as long. Weapons have +3 chance for a critical hit, but equipment condition decays 15% faster. No. Claustrophobia. You gain +1 to special attributes when outside, but suffer a -1 when indoors. Yeah, the special attributes being that strength, perception, endurance, charisma, intelligence, agility, and luck. So yeah, I wouldn't bother with that. Early bird. Fuck off. Fast shot. You fire 20% more quickly, but your shots are 20% less accurate. No thanks. While wearing any type of glasses, you have +1 to perception. Without glasses, you have -1 to perception. Good-natured. You gain +5 to barter, medicine, repair, and science, and speech, but a -5 to energy, weapons, explosives, guns, melee, and unarmed. Well, since I'm going to be using energy weapons, I will be using that. Heavy-handed. Your melee and unarmed attacks do more damage, but less critical hit. Well, I'm not going to be losing. I'm not going to be using melee. Hoarder. You gain plus 25 pounds to your carrying capacity, but suffer a -1 to all attributes anytime the weight you're carrying drops below 160 pounds. Bog off. Hot-blooded. Your health drops below 50%. You gain plus 10% more damage, but you also suffer a -2 to your agility and perception attributes. No thanks. Kamikaze. You have plus 10 to action points, but your reckless nature causes you to have a -1, -2 damage threshold. No. Logan's Loophole. Basically, you can't level above 30. Well, since with the downloadable content my level cap is currently lurking around about 50 something, I'm going to avoid that one like the plague. Loose cannon, frag grenades, fuck off. Skilled, you are skilled but not experienced. You gain plus 5 points to every skill, but you suffer a -10% from experience gained. No. Small frame. Due to your small size, you have plus 1 agility, but your limbs cripple more easily. While using guns and energy weapons, you fire 20% more slowly, but are 20% more accurate. Okay. Oh, this is my favourite. Wild Wasteland. Wild Wasteland unleashes the most bizarre and silly elements of post-apocalyptic America. Not for one of the faint of heart or the serious of temperament. Yeah. So I think I'll go for Wild Wasteland because, well, I am far from serious. And trigger discipline. You fire 20% more slowly, but are 20% more accurate. Sounds good. Done.
Alright, I guess that about does it. Come with me, I'll see you out.
Oh. Say, how do I get up? Right, before I follow this guy, I'm going to loot the place. Because I can. This is how I play this game. Find anything useful that isn't nailed down, and nick it. Take a pre-war book? No, I don't want a pre-war book. I want to have a look what is in... How do you crouch? Oh, well. Footlocker. Ammo. Broken radio. You can sit over there for eternity for all I care. Footlocker. Bobby pin, basically your lockpick. Buffalo gourd seed, no thanks. Pork and beans. Ammunition box. Of course, thank you very much. First aid. Dirty water, no thanks. Empty syringe. 2 stim packs. Yeah, dirty water is like water, but it irradiates you. Empty syringe, they're used for crafting, which I honestly don't do. Rebound, regenerate AP. Not exactly useful, but it doesn't weigh anything. The guy's fridge on the... Yes, this is the toilet. I am, however, going to lose his bedroom. No, not because there's nothing here. Oh well. Anyway, now that I've robbed this guy blind...
Here, these are yours. Was all you had on you when you was brought in. I hope you don't mind, but I gave the note a look. I thought it might help me find a next of kin. But it was just something about a platinum chip. Well, if you're heading back out there, you ought to have this. They call it a Pip-Boy. I grew up in one of them vaults they made before the war. We all got one. Ain't much use to me now, but you might want such a thing after what you've been through. I know what it's like having something taken from you. And put this on too, so the locals don't pick on you for lacking modesty. Never was much my style anyway.
Yeah, a Pip-Boy, which is basically your inventory and your options menu, which I'll get into in a bit. And he's just giving me my stuff back, thank you very much. What do I do now?
You should talk to Sonny Smiles before you leave town. She can help you learn to fend for yourself in the desert. She'll likely be at the saloon. I reckon some of the other folks at the saloon might be able to help you out too. And the metal fella, Victor, who pulled you out of your grave. Anyway, you ever get hurt out there, you come right back. I'll fix you up. But try not to get killed anymore.
Fuck you too. Hardcore mode. Bollocks to you. Basically, hardcore mode in Fallout New Vegas. I might as well read it. Fallout New Vegas allows you to play in a new hardcore mode that greatly increases the challenge of the game. In this mode, stimpaks heal over time and cannot bend broken limbs. Right away removes radiation over time. Ammunition has weight, and dehydration is a constant concern. This mode is only recommended for advanced players. You may turn hard mode on or off at any time in the gameplay menu, but if you activate hardcore mode now and maintain it through the end of the main storyline, you will receive a special reward. An achievement, in other words. Would you like to activate hardcore mode? No, I bloody well would not. This game's hard enough without throwing in having to eat, sleep and drink to the mix. Well, ain't that a kick in the head? Yes, my Pip-Boy. Basically my status menu and this list of objectives inventory. Yes, yes, yes. Oh, your weapons. Yes, I know what weapons are. Go away. Apparel, basically what you're wearing. I think I'll wear lightweight metal armor because it has the most damage threshold, DT. Thank you. Reading glasses? No thanks. Tribal raiding armor. Yeah, most of this crap is what I got for the downloadable stuff. I think I'll repair that if you don't mind. Basically, you repair stuff by sacrificing other stuff. It just did not give me a grenade rifle. Oh, you are going to regret that. Throwing spears, useless. And a weathered 10-meter pistol. 10 meter. Yeah, a 10-meter pistol. I think that's usually referred to as a rocket. Aid. Basically all my useful items like a weapon repair kit. Lost the ability to talk, why? Today's physician. I'll get into them when I actually need them. Super Stimpaks. Basically an upgraded version of a Stimpak which just heals your health. And food. Sunset Sarsaparilla. A drink, basically. Doctor's bag restores all body parts, because yes, your body parts can get crippled, and that's just data. For example, local map, a world map, which I don't actually have, list of quests, miscellaneous, gumph, and a radio. Which I will be ignoring like the plague. So let's get out of here and head to Good Springs.